If you're over 60 and you've ever thought, I know I should move more, but I don't have the time, the energy, or the joints for long workouts, then stop scrolling right now, because what I'm about to share with you might be the simplest, most powerful movement secret you've never heard of. What if I told you that just 3 minutes a day, not 30, not an hour, not a complicated routine, could help you feel looser, stronger, more balanced, and more alive in your body? And what if I told you this isn't a trend, not a gimmick, not something invented by fitness influencers, but a movement practice used by millions of people every single day for nearly 100 years? Today, I'm talking about Radio Taiso, and if you stay with me, you might discover that the missing piece in your health routine isn't more effort, it's the right kind of movement. Now let me ask you something honestly. When was the last time your body felt truly warmed up, not exhausted, not sore, just awake? Not rushed, not pushed, just gently reminded that it's meant to move. For many people over 60, exercise has become this big, intimidating thing. You're told you need strength training, cardio, balance work, flexibility, mobility, and suddenly it feels like a full-time job. And the result? You do nothing at all, because doing everything feels impossible. That's exactly where Radio Taiso flips the script. Radio Taiso is a simple, rhythmic, full-body movement routine that originated in Japan in the 1920s. And here's the part that should immediately catch your attention. It was designed specifically to keep the population healthy as they aged. Not athletes. Not bodybuilders. Regular people. Seniors. Office workers. Children. Everyone. 3 minutes. That's it. And yet, it gently moves every major joint, wakes up your muscles, improves circulation, posture, coordination, and balance, and prepares your body for the day ahead. Think about how different that is from what we're usually told. Most exercise advice sounds like a punishment. Sweat more. Push harder. Feel the burn. But Radio Taiso feels more like oiling a rusty hinge. Nothing extreme. Nothing aggressive. Just smooth, intentional movement that reminds your body how it's supposed to work together as one unit. Now, if you're skeptical, that's good. You should be. But let me paint you a picture. In Japan, you'll see people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s doing this routine every morning in parks, schools, workplaces, and community centers. Not because they're forced to. Because it works. Because they feel better when they do it. And because it's short enough that there's no excuse not to. One of the biggest problems we face as we age isn't weakness alone. It's stiffness. It's joints that don't like to move anymore. It's shoulders that feel tight, hips that feel locked, spines that feel compressed. Walking is great, yes, but walking mostly moves you forward and backward. Life doesn't work like that. You twist. You reach. You bend. You rotate. Radio Taiso gently takes your body through all of those patterns every single day. And here's something really important I want you to hear. You don't need to get fit before you do Radio Taiso. You don't need flexibility. You don't need strength. You don't even need motivation. You just need 3 minutes and a willingness to move as you are. That's it. Let me talk directly to those of you who say, my knees aren't good, or my back is stiff, or I haven't exercised in years. That's exactly who this is for. Radio Taiso isn't about forcing your body to do something it can't. It's about gently reminding it of what it can still do. And when you do that consistently, something incredible happens. Your confidence comes back. Your movements feel smoother. Getting up from a chair feels easier. Turning your head while driving feels safer. Even your breathing starts to feel more relaxed. Now imagine starting your day like this. You wake up. Instead of immediately sitting stiffly with your phone or TV, you stand up, put on a simple routine, and for 3 minutes, you move your arms, your spine, your hips, your knees, your ankles. You feel your body warming up. You feel your joints lubricating. Your posture naturally straightens. Your mind clears. And before you know it, it's over. No exhaustion. No soreness. Just readiness. And here's the secret most people don't talk about. The real power of Radio Taiso isn't just the movements. It's the daily consistency. Because it's so short, people actually do it. And when you move your body every single day, even gently, the benefits compound. circulation improves, balance improves, coordination improves, and perhaps most importantly, your relationship with movement changes. Exercise stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like self-care. For many people over 60, fear is a big barrier. Fear of falling, fear of pain, fear of injury. Radio Taiso helps with that in a quiet way. The movements are controlled, rhythmic, and predictable. Your nervous system learns that movement is safe again. And when your nervous system feels safe, your body moves better. That's not motivation. That's biology. I want you to think about how often you actually move your arms overhead in daily life. Or rotate your torso side to side. Or gently bend and straighten your knees with control. These are basic human movements, but we slowly stop doing them. Radio Taiso brings them back in a way that feels natural and respectful to your age and ability. And no, this doesn't mean you can't do other exercise. In fact, Radio Taiso makes other activity easier. Walking feels smoother. Strength exercises feel safer. Even stretching feels better because your body is already warm and awake. It's like turning the lights on before you start working. Another powerful aspect of Radio Taiso is rhythm. The movements flow with a steady tempo, often guided by music or counting. This rhythm improves coordination between your brain and body. And that's huge as we age. Better coordination means better balance. Better balance means fewer falls. And fewer falls can literally change your life. Now let me say something that might surprise you. 3 minutes doesn't sound like much, but your body doesn't measure effort the way your ego does. Your joints, your muscles, your connective tissue respond incredibly well to frequent, gentle movement. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush once a week for an hour. You do it every day for a few minutes. And it works. Radio Taiso works the same way. It keeps things from building up. Stiffness doesn't get a chance to settle in. Muscles don't forget how to activate. Joints don't dry out. And over time, you may notice that aches you thought were just age start to fade. I've seen people who struggled to lift their arms comfortably start reaching overhead again. I've seen people who felt unstable on their feet start moving with more confidence. Not because they pushed harder, but because they moved smarter. And let's talk about energy, because that's another big one. Many people over 60 feel tired not because they do too much, but because they do too little of the right kind of movement. Gentle, rhythmic movement increases blood flow and oxygen without draining you. Most people finish Radio Taiso feeling more energized than when they started. There's also something deeply calming about it. When you move in a structured, familiar way each day, it gives your nervous system a sense of order. Stress decreases. Your breathing becomes more regular. Your mind slows down. For many people, those 3 minutes become a grounding ritual, not just exercise. And here's the best part. You can do it anywhere. Living room, bedroom, no equipment, no gym, no excuses. You can even do a seated version if standing feels challenging. The point isn't perfection. The point is participation. Now imagine this over weeks and months. 3 minutes becomes a habit. A habit becomes identity. You stop thinking of yourself as someone who doesn't exercise and start thinking of yourself as someone who moves every day. That mental shift alone is powerful. If you're over 60 and you've been told your best days are behind you physically, Radio Taiso quietly proves that wrong. It doesn't shout. It doesn't promise six-pack abs. It simply shows you, day by day, that your body is still capable of movement, coordination, and improvement. So here's my challenge to you. Not 30 days. Not a big program. Just tomorrow morning. Try 3 minutes. Move gently. Breathe naturally. Don't judge your body. Just show up. And then do it again the next day. And the next. Because sometimes, the biggest change doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing something small, consistently, with respect for your body. And if you've been waiting for a sign that it's not too late to feel better in your body, this is it. 3 minutes. One routine. One simple decision each day. Radio Taiso isn't magic. But for many people over 60, it feels pretty close.